Hey everyone, it's 101 Leafy collaborating with Abdallah to bring you more news from Mount Wildwood in video form. For today's news, we'll be covering November 16th's Yo-Kai Watch Wibble Wobble update. With it comes a number of changes. Demuncher has been introduced and permanently added to the Crank-a-kai, meaning Spoilerina can finally be unsealed. Kingmera has also been added. In addition to these Crank-a-kai enhancements, the Befriend-a-Boss event is back and being done right this time. Finally, Komajiro S's slot has been opened to the medallion. There's a lot to cover, so let's get right to it. At long last, Demuncher has finally been added to the Crank-a-kai. He is the strongest attacker in the game by far. His single attack's ultimate has an unprecedented value of 100 points. His attack is the second highest in the game, surpassing Illuminact at a staggering 665 attack. Combine this with the tribe unity he gets from being paired up with Zero and Sergeant Burley to get a ultimate that truly eats away the enemy's health. As the most powerful targeted attacker, Demuncher will easily dominate most score attack weeks. Kingmera has also been added to the Crank-a-kai, but his addition is a bit less exciting. Cranking him will unlock a seal for Professor, but not all of his steel yokai are available yet. Kingmera is a popper, but his ultimate is a new kind. He can send down 2 lightning bolts that strike 2 separate areas with a circular area of effect. His 626 attack and potentially high damage ultimate make him a fearsome attacker in PvE play, but he's not very good for score attack. When the Befriend-a-Boss event was run in September, there were a few parts to it that were done incorrectly. Mermaiden and the Mermaid Pearl were missing from the rewards, and more importantly, Darkubi was unable to be cranked. Mermaiden and the Mermaid Pearl have finally been added as event point rewards this time, and Darkubi has been added back to the Crank-a-kai. Darkubi's addition is important because using him against the befriendable bosses doubles their recruitment rate, making the process of maxing them out a whole lot easier. Since players will already be cranking for S parts during this event, they should be on the lookout for Darkubi and make sure to use him if he's cranked. Darkubi himself, however, is not that great. Despite having the highest attack stat in the game at 730 attack, he is still a ball popper. Ball Popper's ultimates eliminate Wibwobs from the board to create balls, takes multiple seconds to use, and still deal less damage than any other Popper's ultimates. Darkubi should never be used on an offensive team with equal ultimate levels. The new Befriend-a-Boss event unfortunately does not bring back the event missions that granted the Slimy S, SVS, and a Hot Hog S titles, but it does bring back Blizzaria and Beetle to the Crank-a-kai. Additionally, strange reason, they all grant meat, from chicken thighs to marbled beef. Fellow top Wibwob player and Mount Wildwood community member SVS Howard, also known as Newman, theorizes that this is foreshadowing the return of the Terror Time event, whose featured yokai Orkanos' favorite food is meat. With the addition of Demuncher, Spoilerina can finally be unsealed. The Legend Spoilerina's addition has no impact on score attack, but she is amazing for PvE. She is the best healer in the game, but that's not saying much. Having access to Spoilerina is especially exciting because every other healer in the game is just awful. Healers can restore a good amount of health, but using an attacker to eliminate an enemy gives the player much more effective health by preventing that enemy from attacking at all. Spoilerina fixes this problem by healing the most out of any healer and having an additional effect to her ultimate, an attack up. The 47% boost at max level is not a lot, but giving a hefty restoration of 500 health and increasing the damage dealt by other yokai at the same time is an incredible effect. If 2 attackers' ultimates are used while Spoilerina's is in effect, it's as if Spoilerina used an attack's ultimate herself while still managing to heal 500. It is important to remember when judging Spoilerina that she is not an attack upper. She is a healer with an attack up as a bonus effect. For that, Spoilerina is worth using for anyone having difficulty clearing stages or defeating bosses, but she is not recommended for use in score attack. Any attack upper will give a bigger bonus than she does at an equal ultimate level. Finally, we have a very mysterious Medallion update added to the game. Well, it's actually charming. Medallion slot number 465 has been added to the Medallion this update. Empty slots are frequently added to the Medallion in advance of events, such as Wismellow Man being added earlier in October. Number 465 is Komajiro S, but strangely enough, Komajiro A's slot has not been added. Komajiro S was added relatively recently to Puni Puni. Why would he be added so soon to Wibwob? This is just a theory, but it's a very possible one. In December, a Christmas special episode of the Yo-Kai Watch anime will be aired. For those who haven't seen it, this episode centers around Koma-san and his brother Komajiro. The current Befriend-a-Boss event will be running until December 4th, ending just in time for a Christmas event. Yo-Kai Watch community manager Carlos has stated that Wibwob content tries to coordinate with either the 3DS game releases or the anime. For example, the Wibwob Me event was released near the Mimikin episode of the anime. The Easter, 4th of July, and Halloween events showed that Wibwob is not afraid to do holiday-themed events, so a Christmas-themed one is a pretty safe bet. Since Wibwob likes to coordinate with the anime, what if Komajiro S will be added as a Christmas event to go with the anime Christmas special? He will likely be added as a Crank-a-kai exclusive if this is the case, with similar rarity to Jibanyan S and Koma-san S, who are more rare than Soul Secrets. Of course, it is always possible he will also be available through an event mission or two, or even a login stamp. That's all for today's news. If you liked this video and want to see more news updates, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know what your favorite part of the new Wibwob update is in the comments section. If you like my content, visit mountwildwood.net, where I post tips, guides, and host tournaments for Yo-Kai Watch 2 every week. Currently, I'm working on making the most exhaustive source of information for every yokai in Yo-Kai Watch 2 and Wibble Wobble, including every yokai's stats at level 60 and locations. The entire medallion will be updated at the end of the month, so look forward to it.